We have here, this is just a kind of a basic dental light that basically kind of hovers over every chair, and very important again to creating more high visibility. And the light is very, very bright, so when shined on the patient's mouth, it can illuminate it to a very great factor that we can see things that we wouldn't normally be able to see without. When I graduated dental school, I actually didn't really know where my career path led. I didn't know if I wanted to specialize. I didn't know if I wanted to work in a hospital. I didn't know if I wanted to be in private practice. So my first job was actually joining the military. One thing nice about the military was you didn't really have to make any sort of commitments to what you wanted to do in dentistry, and I knew that I did not know where I wanted to be. I didn't know where I wanted to live, and I certainly didn't know if I wanted to just practice general dentistry or specialize. So my career path basically took me in the military, where I could become a general dentist, do a little bit of traveling, and then certainly get a little bit of exposure to all the different facets of dentistry. Once I left the military, I decided that I wanted to go into private practice. I wanted to basically have my own business. I wanted to be able to get in a situation where I could set my own hours. I would determine my earning potential. I certainly wanted to be the one that dictates my vacations. And so what I did was, when I separated, I purchased an existing dental practice. And it's from there that I basically started to build a practice of my own, that I could kind of set all my priorities straight and kind of get the business to how I wanted it to run. I went and pursued the military because I didn't know exactly where I wanted to practice, and I didn't even know what I wanted to do in dentistry. My opportunity to practice in the military gave me exposure to a lot of different disciplines of dentistry, and also put me in scenarios that were much different than you'd see in a private practice outcome. So for me, it was just an issue of getting some more experience and exposure to kind of guide me into what kind of dentist that I wanted to be. In the military, certainly, we primarily deal with people that deploy and go to war. So certainly the treatment scenarios that we can present to them are much different than in private practice, because there's a lot more limitations. For example, someone who may need something really complicated that's cosmetic, they may not necessarily have time to get something like that because of their availability. Where in private practice, basically the sky's the limit. You can do whatever you want to do, or whatever the patient wants to do. So in terms of flexibility, there's a lot less flexibility in the military as far as the treatment options you can present, and basically the access and availability to care. Certainly, where you practice is going to dictate, what kind of dentistry you can provide. So practicing in Nashville, Tennessee versus maybe doing dentistry in Iraq is going to be a lot different as far as the dentistry that you can do on a patient.
Hey guys, Justin Conoco from Grogan Conoco Real Estate Brokerage. We're downtown at 190 and 188 Dundas Street, our newest commercial lease listing. Really excited about the space, 3 different levels, 24-foot vaulted atrium. There's an executive office that actually overlooks the entire workspace. Really an awesome space. Come inside and we'll take a peek.
My vision for this particular building is to bring a business hub, like a business incubator, where digital media, any high technology that could be here downtown. We want bodies downtown. We want to see a vibrant downtown.
Yeah, I think Mike's really working towards building a community. I've seen from the couple pieces of property and the things he's doing with them, piecing them together, it really is starting to all come together and create a different demographic. I mean, you stand on the corner of the street and you see all types of people walking up and down Dundas that 3 or 5 years ago weren't there. Interesting thing is, we're starting to see that change now, where the general public's going to see it in 2 or 3 years. By then, all these spaces are going to be gone, and this is going to be one of the marquee buildings in that downtown area.
Traditionally, the church looks at business people as sinners in the marketplace, like tax collectors in Jesus' time. So they should be coming to church to support the business and the ministry. The role of business people is only financial support. I think it's not a right way of looking at business people. We need to empower business people as marketplace ministers. And once you do them, I believe in the biblical verse, whatever you do, do it all for the glory of the Lord. That includes even doing business. You do business for God's glory. And when you give them that due respect and the due release them for that calling, you are doing for God's glory. The business people are able to overcome that barrier that's blocking their mind, the spiritual barrier. They don't go to the world, Lord, I'm trying to make money as much as possible so that I can do something holy, spiritual somewhere else. No. When they come to business, Lord, thank you, Holy Spirit, that you brought me to this place. I'm here to minister to this land. You set them free.